5 here, and today we're going to keep going over my shelves. So we're on to shelf 3 now. So starting with License to Kill. I've yet to see it. I'm waiting to buy all the Timothy Dalton movies before I watch it. Wait, no. Yeah, Timothy Dalton. Lucky Number 11. Started watching it, but got bored. Seemed like a pretty fun movie, though. I'll probably finish it sometime. Then next up, Lethal Weapon 1 through 4. Love all these films. 2 is my favorite. Yeah, I just love them. LA Confidential I can't take out because it's a library copy. Classic movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Much Ado About Nothing. I haven't seen it, but I love Shakespeare, so I'm excited to check it out. My Neighbor Totoro. Have yet to see a Miyazaki movie, so just bought that. My Blue Heaven. Excited to see this, but once again, haven't watched it yet. Mr. Nice Guy. Classic Jackie Chan. Love it. I mean, the final fight scene is amazing and the ending is just great. If you want to start Jackie Chan, check this out. Mission Impossible 2. You may be wondering why I don't own 1 or any of the others. I just bought this one because I was over at a friend's house and I watched the first one. So I held off on buying it. I just bought the second one. And just a second, let me open this. Because it came with this really cool Mission Impossible 2 poster from Japan. And I've kept this thing for a while now because I just love the way it looks. But yeah, that's Mission Impossible. Let me just put the poster down. And yeah. Mystic River. I have yet to see it, but it's supposed to be one of the greatest films ever made. It's a film by Clint Eastwood, so got high hopes. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. You may be wondering why I don't own the rest again. I'm planning to buy the black and chrome set, but Beyond Thunderdome is my favorite Mad Max movie because it's just so bad it's good, and the Tina Turner song is amazing. But I like the first one and the second one, and Fury Road was okay. Then Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and Monty Python's The Meaning of Life. Meaning of Life is my favorite Monty Python film easily. If you haven't seen it, well worth a watch. Moonraker, my favorite James Bond movie. It's just so insane. Roger Moore, my favorite James Bond movie easily. I just love every part of this movie. I've rewatched it like 6 or 7 times. I just love it. Mulholland Drive. In my favorite films of all time, easily. I'll be doing a list, but this is what got me into more artsy films. It's just so trippy, confusing. Naomi Watts in probably her best role. I love it. Memento. Here's a controversial opinion. I dislike this movie, just like I hate The Prestige with a passion. I just like the way the special edition looks. That's the only reason I keep it. Nightcrawler. I heard about this from my friend Let's Crash This Parade. He's a great YouTuber. Check him out. But yeah, this movie's just pretty fun time. It was his favorite film of all time, so I figured I had to check it out. But it's worth a watch. 9. I've yet to see it, but it's by the same guy who made Chicago, and I love Chicago, so yeah. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with a slipcover. Love the film. Not my favorite Tarantino, probably second, but it's just a good time. Only God Forgives, one of my favorite films of all time. The way it's shot, I mean, like, look at these shots right here. But yeah, it comes with the director's commentary, and I'm starting to listen to those now. so I gotta watch that soon. But most people hate this movie, but I absolutely love this movie. And yeah, over the top. It's just a Stallone movie. Have a good time. Pleasantville. I have yet to see it, but I've heard a lot about it, and the concept interested me. Now on to the second shelf. Predator. Schwarzenegger classic. If you haven't seen it, you have to. I mean, it's a classic. Prisoners. I should not have watched this film when I had the flu. Great film, though. My favorite Paul Thomas Anderson, Punch Drunk Love. Best Adam Sandler performance, love it. Parasite, not the best foreign film of the decade, but it's still a good movie. Like, I had a good time with it. Rewatched it a couple times, but it's not my favorite films of all time. Great movie, though. Quantum of Solace, I enjoyed this movie. It's pretty fun. Robin Hood Men in Tights. I enjoyed this movie. It's pretty fun. Raising Arizona. Coen Brothers classic. If you have not seen this movie, it's well worth a watch. Risky Business, one of the greatest comedies ever made. I love this film. Road to Perdition has Tom Hanks in it. Didn't really care for this one. Not as good as other Mafia movies, honestly. Doesn't even compare. Rumble in the Bronx. The warehouse fight at the end. That's the main reason I own this. That warehouse fight scene is just iconic. Roadhouse. Just a pure good time. I mean, Patrick Swayze is great. This is my favorite Patrick Swayze movie. I still need to buy Point Break, but I just love this film. The part where he rips the guy's throat out is amazing. Yeah. Super Troopers, have yet to see it, but I bought it from a Goodwill, like, before this entire thing started, so yeah, I'll check it out soon. Shaun of the Dead, not the best. It's fun, but I don't like it as much as everyone else. Social Network, great Fincher, not the best Fincher though. Spirited Killer with Tony Jaa has some great fight scenes and horrible dubbing, so I love this film. Sin City, a classic. I mean, it's a modern classic, basically. Great noir. Bruce Willis is amazing in the lead. And then the bit with the bishop is probably my favorite bit of the whole thing. Just a second. Scarface, classic. I don't like it as much as everyone else, but still a good movie. I'm gonna take this out so I can move stuff easier. Stand By Me, classic. Everyone loves this movie, no question. Spider-Man Homecoming. Once again, I'm off my superhero kick. After watching this film, Michael Keaton's the only good part. I stopped enjoying all the superhero films a while ago, except for like Darkman and a couple others, but yeah. Silence, the best Martin Scorsese movie. This film is a gut punch. If you have not seen this, watch it. It's beautifully shot, amazingly acted. My favorite Scorsese movie, easily. Sense and Sensibility. It's an Ang Lee movie I've heard a lot of good things about, so I need to check that out. Slumdog Millionaire. Bought it used, haven't really watched it, but it was a winner of a Best Picture, so I sort of had to own it. Scott Pilgrim used to be underrated, isn't really underrated anymore. Got sort of tired of this movie, but I'll watch it occasionally. one of the greatest films ever made, Seven. I've got this great special edition with 2 discs of special features. Can't wait to hear the commentary on this movie. But yeah, love this film. And then, a film I hate with a passion, The Prestige. I rated this a 1/2 star on Letterboxd, but it's still part of my collection. And yeah, that's the end of this show. Now, I'll be moving on to the next one. And so yeah, stay safe, stay quarantined, and have a good day.